In a recent episode of our podcast, Window on the West, where we're reading through the Silmarillion, and you can check it out at windowonthewest.com, Dan, one of my co-hosts, brought up this article that the New York Times had written almost a year ago, talking about how horrible J.R. Tolkien really is, because he turns people fascists. The guy whose son fought them in World War II and fought in World War I, he's the one that's making people into fascists, right? So we learned that, this is about Giorgia Meloni, who is now the Prime Minister of Italy, but this was before that happened. But the byline, the politician's love of the Lord of the Rings may seem a comical footnote, but Middle-earth has long inspired Italian fascists drawn by the mythological struggle between good and evil. Oh, how horrible it is that we have something that inspires people by the mythological struggle between good and evil. It is incredible that these writers, these opinion pieces, these showrunners, right? The world that they create cannot be Tolkien's world because it inspires people to become fascists, apparently. And I don't even think these people know what fascist is, because it's thrown around at the same time that they call people Nazis when they have no clue what the Nazis actually really were like. This author writes that to understand why Italy's potential leader is so enamored of England's best-known fantasy novelist, we need to look back to the 70s when Tolkien mania erupted among the youth wing of the MSI. It culminated in the organization of summer camps between 1977 and 1981 called Camp Hobbit. There the author's works were discussed. How sad, how horrible, how frustratingly evil. And a resident rock band called the Fellowship of the Ring played. Oh no, the Fellowship of the Ring. That's worse than Black Sabbath. So it's like you either laugh or you cry at this stuff, because these guys have, right? They live in a world that I don't think most of us understand, where good is not a thing and evil is not a thing. Everything is just a gray porridge in the middle. We got to take this stuff back. There's no allowing these people to continue setting the tone for the culture that we live in, because it will keep falling down into a pit of nothingness where nothing matters. We're fighting good and evil is actually considered a bad thing.